All right, Libras, what's in store for you? So what I'm seeing for you is more so a divine feminine right now that is finally releasing the burden of a past connection. And I think it's more so, I feel like the relationship has been over, but I feel like this relationship, the outcome of this relationship and in not ending well, really messed with the feminine energy's confidence overall. And so the feminine has been harboring these emotions, and she's finally, or the feminine energy is finally finding the momentum that they need to get back out there and really starting to focus on themselves and their dreams and desires. I think that when they were in this connection, they thought it was going to lead to marriage, a family dynamic, and they end up being very disappointed in the outcome of this connection. They found out that it was they were pretty much, I don't want to say being delusional, but they definitely had some regret for the amount of time and energy and money they invested in the connection, and feel like it was an unfulfilled expectation or a missed opportunity. And so now they've chosen to just turn their attention to focusing on their money, and enabling boundaries to ensure that this never happens again. They want to be patient with themselves and their financial moves, rebuild their finances, and ultimately restore balance and harmony in their life. Yep, so some radical changes are on the way for this feminine. Their emotions are running pretty high right now. And so they have just chosen to focus on them. And if they have kids, they're focusing on their kids, but they're definitely focused on rebuilding their money because they might have lost some money in this connection. So let's see what we got going on here. See what we got going on here. Yeah, definitely a divine feminine read. I got that off the Empress card. She's really, that divine feminine is really focused on restoring balance and harmony in their life. So, because this picture is the divine feminine preparing to burn some sage. Definitely up in their emotions, feeling like shit, feeling like they were dealing with someone shady in the past. Someone that was fake, wasn't realistic with them. The person may have started to act like they were too busy to invest in the connection so that they could stop spending so much time with the person. I feel like that's what the masculine did to the feminine energy. The masculine might have been working a side hustle. I might have been working a lot just in general. And because they were working so much, it was their way. Yeah, they were trying to make money. The masculine energy was trying to make money. But I also feel like, based off the shady behavior, that the masculine purposely took on other jobs or opportunities or projects to keep them from having to be available to deal with this feminine energy at some point in the connection. I feel like the femme must have asked for or demanded a lot of time out of this masculine, and this masculine started to look for ways to pull away and pull back from this connection with this person, and acting fake busy with them. And it started making the feminine feel like she wasn't worthy. I got the Too Late card. So, yeah, I feel like because of how it fell, the masculine, because of all that the masculine energy is trying to do to keep themselves busy, they started to come in too late. So this may be a couple that was staying together. Or even if they didn't stay together, the masculine started making themselves so busy, and their excuse might be I won't get in until late. I see the clock. Some numbers that may be significant are times 1, 2, 3. 11, 12, 19, April, I see July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, and then of course the arrow's pointing at April. I say Tuesday, or something may have happened on a Tuesday or Wednesday. That's interesting. I see a yarn hanging from this clock, which is a little different. Yeah. I see that, yeah, this was definitely a couple. This was definitely a couple. And you thought this, the feminine thought this was going to be a blooming romance. But I feel like the masculine wasn't being honest about his feelings in this connection. I think he was doing a lot of sweet talking. A lot of sweet talking. And painting a picture that wasn't realistic. And now the feminine, when she realized that this person wasn't, oh, I see something else. Hold on. I think this masculine is purposely doing this because he has feelings for somebody else that he wants to go toward. That he wants to move toward. And this connection may have the divine feminine up in her head and losing confidence in herself, because I think that this divine feminine knew that he had interest in somebody else. Am I going the right way with this, Spirit? Yeah. He wants another opportunity with somebody else. He's not really happy. I don't think he ever wanted to be with you, Libra, or vice versa. Libra, this might be you. You might not want to be with the person you were with, or the person you were with might not have really wanted to be in an official relationship with you, or may have met somebody while y'all were dating or together and even up having a deep connection with that person. And now they're making themselves busy to either, if y'all live together, they're trying to save up money to separate. And they're coming in too late, so they don't get to spend as much time with you as you would like. And you feel like they're doing this because they're in love with somebody else. And you think they're going to come in and go towards that person. And it's keeping you up at night. And you also feel like your person is losing sleep because he wants to go towards somebody else and have a new opportunity, start a new opportunity with them. But he doesn't know if he can, because that person might now know about you, or may have found out about you and feel deceived. Wow, Libra. And that's why you feel like your person is shady. And this is a shady connection. Yeah. You feel like he's going to move towards somebody else, divine feminine. You feel like the masculine is going to go towards somebody else and try to lock them down. Like he wants to be in a commitment with somebody else. Yeah. And you're afraid. You're afraid that when he separates from you, he's going to, I see a ring, end up going towards somebody that he really sees himself marrying and being with long term. And you're worried about it. And you might be coping with this by drinking, or either the masculine is coping with this, his emotions. When he goes out, he's drinking. Or you may be coping and drinking because you're upping your emotions. And so, yeah, you think he's phony. You think he played you. He tricked you. He created an illusion for you. Yeah, because this is the femme walking into an illusion, a fairy tale. You feel like he painted a picture for you, and you thought that y'all were working toward a common goal together. And now you're feeling like, I just need to release this burden. This has become a burden. I'm not happy in this connection. It's really not what people think it is, or at least what you think people think it is. Because I feel like the people around you already know that this relationship, y'all should have never been in this relationship together. I feel like you might have really tried to push for this relationship. Go look at the Virgo reading. I feel like this resonates with one part of the Virgo reading. And I think your emotions are running really high. And you're trying to have faith that things will pan out. But I think you know that you need to release this burden. And I think you're going to get the momentum to do it. I think you're going to be the one to walk away. And I think that's what the masculine wants you to do, because he don't want to hurt you anymore. But I feel like both of y'all already knew that the masculine's emotions were somewhere else. And I think ultimately you are going to move on and let go of this situation and free yourself. Because I don't know, go look at the Virgo reading. Your partner may be a Virgo. The signs I see on the board heavily are earth sign cards. I see Virgo twice. I see Pisces, I see Capricorn, Taurus, Scorpio, and Leo, and fire signs. And to me, this tells me that go look at that Virgo reading, because this card came out in the Virgo reading as well, and it's three ducks in the pond, which tells me there's a third party involved here that you already know about, may have known about for a while, and you wanted to hold on to this connection knowing that the masculine's heart was already somewhere else. And it's not your fault. It is your fault, but it's also the masculine's fault, because now the masculine has gotten into this connection with you, and he's not happy. And I think he's trying to make himself happy, but he's not happy. And he wants to free himself, and you know that you need to free him. And you need to release this connection so that you can find happiness. I think y'all are putting up a facade, and y'all might go out together, do little dates here and there, but it's no true emotion between the two of you. Y'all are more like just friends. Yeah, I think the masculine in this situation is having massive regrets with agreeing to be in this connection. I think they want to go towards somebody else. And I really feel like you know this. Y'all may have gotten in arguments about this. Yeah, somebody's awakening to the reality of what this is. And I feel like it's the feminine. And it's time for you to free yourself. You're not happy. You're holding on because you don't want somebody else to have this person. And you're holding on to the illusion that they gave you. But once you discover the truth, you should have been ready to walk. Yeah, I think this person, y'all had in your mind, you had an expectation of marriage. You wanted to be married to this person. I think you're seeing now, and I think you knew back then that it was a long shot, because this masculine had feelings for someone else then. Or y'all may have been dating and may have had a break or ups and downs, or y'all may have just been literally just dating, not a couple. And you were wanting a connection with this person, and this person was stalling, but you were adamant about it. And up here saying that you lost some finances, or you're focusing on your finances, I feel like you might have lost some finances in this connection. So you might have helped this person, or vice versa. Y'all might have combined finances or resources at some point. But I feel like the intention of doing that was to try to paint the picture for them that this is where they needed to be. And that's why you kind of lost your confidence, is because you tried to kind of force a situation that was never for you. You tried to turn a cut buddy into a husband. And your cut buddy, or the masculine energy, had other options. And while y'all were dealing with each other, the masculine met somebody else that he fell for. That he can see himself marrying, to be honest. And I think you know that. And I think that's what you awoken to, that he has feelings for somebody else. But that person may have found out about y'all at some point. I don't think they knew in the beginning. And that person may have walked away from him. And when that happened, that might be what made him say, okay, let's make it official, plus everything else you were doing for him. But you knew when that happened that this person did not want to be in a relationship with you for real. It was like a contract that y'all created for each other. With each other, excuse me. Yeah. And now this person wants to say goodbye to you. I think this person said goodbye to the past person that he know that he's in love with, that he was supposed to marry. And went back towards you because of what you were doing for him. Oh, man. Yeah. He decided he chose you over that person because of what you were offering, knowing that he should have never did that. And now he's out of his mind about to lose control because he's struggling with his decision. And that's why he's acting fake busy. trying to keep himself busy and work on his money and save his money because he wants to get out of this situation, especially if y'all live together. Please go look at that Virgo reading. Please go look at that Virgo reading. Yeah, he wants to run away from this connection. He wants to go run away from this connection and go toward who he wants, who he loves. And you know that. And he may have an attitude. Yeah, this is definitely an earth sign, Virgo. May have an attitude. You may feel like he's selfish, very stubborn, his way or the highway, arrogant, prideful. You may feel like that's his mentality, excuse me. He may have sweet features, sweet things about him, but that may have been his approach. Or this may be how you approached him, because you might have been helping this masculine a little bit. And once he might have thought that, oh, long term, this will help me keep up my facade. I could live a lavish lifestyle, have a lot of abundance. Even though I'm not really in love, I could grow to love this person. And y'all came together, and because of what you might have been doing for him, you might have become the very selfish and stubborn person and throwing things up in his face, my way or the highway. You got to do what I asked you to do. We together now type ordeal. And that's what probably turned him off, because I'm feeling like he chose you over the person that he's genuinely in love with, that he already knew he really could see himself marrying, the person that was really his type. I don't even think you're his type. I think y'all both settled for each other, and your way of trying to keep this person was throwing into them financially, or it could have even been emotionally. This person could have had a troubled past. Wow. Yeah, and I think you're ashamed. I think you're embarrassed, because you might be talking to your girlfriends about this, and they may be saying one thing in front of you, but I think you know that your girlfriends and friends have even seen this other person that he's in love with. Y'all might have run into this person when they went out. And everybody can tell that he is in love with somebody else, but they might not say it to you. Like they might have talked to you about it, but they want to protect your feelings. But I think that when they're not with you, yeah, this is a conversation that they had. Someone needs to have a hard convo with you about it, or either someone has had a hard convo, or either I see you and the masculine having a hard convo. Like, I feel like the masculine is going to come in with a sudden burst of energy and be assertive and say, I'm not happy in this connection. Please go watch the Virgo reading. Virgo, somebody is messing with a Libra, in a connection with a Libra. And this connection is going to end. If it hasn't ended, it's going to end in the near future, because it was never supposed to be together. It was a lesson. And the masculine is completely fed up with this connection and is ready to go. Yeah. And now y'all might block each other. If y'all live together, I don't think y'all are blocking each other, but I feel like someone isn't responding in the same way. You might be calling and texting and they're stalling, acting like they're busy, and you up in your feelings about it. Yeah, y'all go look at that Virgo reader. Yeah, and you're fucked up over it. You're upset. And now it's time for you to release the burden. That's exactly what I see, Libra. Yeah, you're not happy about this. Yep, Libra, that's what I see. Thank you for joining. If you need a personal reading, please go in my bio, click the email button. If you look at my first post on my page that's pinned, those are the prices for in-depth readings. And then once you hit my email, you email me, give me your name, information, and which kind of reading you want. And the Cash App is there. You send your payment via Cash App. Thank you again. We go live daily. Please join the lives. We appreciate you.